Alright, Aussie Rep, dude. I don't know what's going on, man. So, hey guys. Just thought I'd show you. Somebody said something about we need a bigger aquarium. Well, we went and got a 40-gallon aquarium for the little baby today. So there's a 40-gallon breeder. There's a 40-gallon breeder. There's a 55-gallon that's just a big-ass 55-gallon. There's our incubator. Alright, dude, so here's what I want you to look at first. It's just comparing this to the incubator that I'm using. This is your digital thermometer I told you about. You're going to need to buy the same thing for yours. This is going to be some lid. Now, this is why I wanted you to use a styrofoam. This is styrofoam. A styrofoam cooler from like Walmart or something, man. Just a big styrofoam cooler. Then I wanted you to put water in the bottom of the styrofoam cooler. There's water down here. There's water down here. But this thing has the heating element up top. You see that? That's the heating element. That's the heating coil. So it's going to be different. That's why it's got this whole area in the air underneath, you know, and all back here. Everything is the same temperature. Now there's your ambient temperature for this. My humidity gauge, and there's my overrun eggs. But as you see, all the eggs that I got in there within 24 hours are 100% healthy. Those are the others. That's what I was talking about. The first 24 hours are the most critical, man. If you get it in there, and there's how humid it is. I set this up here for like a few minutes because I was just not long ago looking at the babies moving around inside. There's how humid it is inside. I use a water bottle, spray it down inside, continue to keep it kind of wet. Vermiculite, you got to get the vermiculite to put the eggs on. You can't just put the eggs in a container and let them roll around. That's not going to work out. You're going to have to get an egg container like this, put the vermiculite. Now if you're doing this aquarium setup, you don't need water filters, you need water heaters. This is a water heater, not a water filter. I had two heaters. The water was like 100 degrees, man. Maybe a little less than that, like 90 something. But this was my thermometer that I was using. Alright, and you can see how nasty the water got. It's going to get nasty because you can't filter it. You got to keep it hot, dude. It's got to be hot. Because what you're doing is you're making this hot enough to get this canister, wherever the hell it is, get this canister in here hot enough that it's, you know, heating up the vermiculite to the 80, somewhere between 83 and 87 degrees. You don't want it. It's a real close number, man. See, it takes some time. You got to get this set up. I mean, I had it set up, man, but I didn't have a lid on it, and I wasn't happy with my egg survival rate, dude. That's why I was suggesting you use a styrofoam container. But if you can't use a styrofoam container and you're doing the aquarium thing, I don't really know what to tell you, man, because you're going to have to keep this close to the airtight as you can. And your ambient temperature is probably going to get hot and humid as crap with all this water in here. But the aquarium lid, Allison suggested, but you're going to have to run a lot of thermometers in here because you're going to want a thermometer for your ambient air. You're going to want a thermometer that's stuck in your little container through a little hole or whatever like these into your vermiculite, telling you how hot your vermiculite is. You're going to want to know how hot that is, how hot your ambient air is, and how hot the water is. And you don't want to get the eggs near the wall or something where they're getting cooked by the hot water. You don't want to cook your eggs. You do want to cook your eggs, but at a certain temperature. So when I say cook eggs, I'm just using that metaphorically as like the thing's an oven. It's not really an oven. But that's your idea. So you got to just get a lid, something that's going to keep it. Because if you look at this thing, it's sealed airtight almost, man. No heat gets out of there. I've had the lid open and inspecting it, and the vermiculite's still at 82.4 degrees. I can just take this little thing, turn the heat up, there it goes, it cuts on, bam, cut the heat up, and I don't worry about it, man. This is the way to go. Order it off that website. Get one of these on the way.